Shock Monkey Radio is created by adults for entertainment purposes. The views and opinions expressed here do not reflect the sponsors or FXPG Public Radio. For additional information, refer to the U.S. Bill of Rights. Stand warned. Wrestling is gay. Now, I'm not saying that to be mean. I don't care if you like wrestling. I don't care if you like being gay. But I don't think any less of you for liking wrestling or being gay. But I'm just saying that these two things belong together, wrestling and gay. More specifically, I think that wrestling belongs with gay. And I'm going to explain why. Now, the first experience I can think of when it comes to wrestling, we can go to the genesis of wrestling. Literally, Genesis 32, I believe, where Jacob, let me back up. Jacob, he was a guy, and he sold a bowl of soup to his brother Esau for his birthright, and Esau, being a chump, apparently took it. And so, then sometime later, he tricked his dying father into giving him Esau's blessing. And then as like Esau was going, as their father was going to be married, Jacob thought that Esau was going to kill him like Michael Corleone style once his father's buried. And so Jacob dipped. He took two of his wives, like a couple servants, and like a bunch of his kids, and it dipped out. Just tried to leave because he thought his brother was going to kill him. And so at some point, Jacob was left alone, and he encountered this man who wrestled Jacob till the break of dawn. Bow chicka bow wow, if you know what I mean. He fucked him so hard that it fucked up the way that brother walks for the rest of his life. Seriously, look in the Bible, go find this thing. It's like he messed up this dude. This fuck fest lasted from all the way till dawn, and it messed up the way Jacob walked for the rest of his life. All right. Then this rapist, I guess he was a rapist. Then this rapist claims he is God and tells Jacob that his name is Israel now. And so now every time Jacob's in the village, it's call me. My name's Jacob, but when I'm in the village, call me Israel. Sounds like a gay liaison to me. All right. Now, I'm not trying to offend anybody's religion or anything like that, because it's a very important story about Jacob wrestling God, because like Israel means one who struggles with God. And I think that that's kind of a good analogy. It's certainly not a literal thing I would like to think about, because that sounds like a gay liaison. And I'm not trying to insult anybody's religion or anything like that, because I'm a Christian myself. But, you read your Bible your way, I'll read the Bible my way. All right? There's talking donkeys and giants in it. All right? How seriously you want me to take it? All right, so let's move on to Greco-Roman wrestling. You see, Greek and Roman men were very progressive in the sense that they tended to have young boys hanging around, kind of like squires and servants. They, tended to their needs, as it were, wink, wink. So they have these young boys laying around in Greek and Roman culture, they had very similar cultures back in the day. And this Greco-Roman wrestling comes from that time frame and geography, I suppose, Northern Mediterranean. And so, whenever these Greek or Romans got bored with philosophy or killing Christians, they would wrestle these young boys as a sport, you see, just for funsies. And there have been many people who have speculated that these Greek and Roman men could swing. Like dolphins can swing. If you get what I'm saying. If you understand. Fuck the little boys. That's what I'm saying. So not only is that gay, there's a dash of illegal and unethical to boot. But in all fairness to Greco-Roman wrestling, I think that had more to do with the problems within Greek and Roman culture and society rather than the sport itself. But when the wife busts in on you while you're fucking a 12-year-old boy, you could say you're just Greco-Roman wrestling, honey, with your dick. All right, now let's talk about scholastic wrestling, which is what I experienced in high school. Now, I saw way more underage male dicks than I ever wanted to see in my entire life in wrestling. Okay. And And you know how it is when guys in locker rooms are, the long dick guy has got to slap people with his dick, slapping people on the butt with his dick, or just coming up and laying his dick on your shoulder. And that is incredibly gay. That is incredibly gay, and I'm not even mentioning the fact that you're rolling around on the floor with other young boys. So it's incredibly gay. Wrestling, another gay wrestling type. Okay, so, but here's the thing. It's like all that I've mentioned so far has been combat sports. Everything I've mentioned so far has been combat sports. And that's why I learned wrestling. That's why I went out to wrestling, because I wanted to learn how to defend myself. And learning how to pin somebody has been very useful to me. Been very useful to me. And just like anybody who's been in a fight knows, it's like most fights end up on the ground. And if you have wrestling experience, it's like you have kind of an upper hand because you have experiences. And it's all a combat sport. Now, let's talk about clown wrestling. I'm sorry. I don't mean clown wrestling. I mean professional wrestling. I call it clown wrestling. Anyway, that's like ballet for men. You know, involves makeup and costumes and wardrobe changes, curtain calls. It's like ballet for men. It's He-Man meets Fred Astaire. And then has softcore gay sex with him in the middle of the ring. Seriously. Professional wrestling is performance art. It's obviously performance art. And anybody who takes it seriously or talks about it any length of time, it's just like, why? Why? It's so incredibly gay. And, you know, it's because it's thespians. Those are actors. You know, when it comes to the performance art of professional wrestling, those are actors. And that's why you see people who were wrestlers end up in film. From Andre the Giant to the fucking Rock. All right? Because they have acting skills. The kind of guys that compete in the Olympics for wrestling, you don't see them out there dressed like the Undertaker. Or who's another wrestler person? Ultimate Warrior. Is he still around? I don't know. I'm not gay. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with liking wrestling. But please, please, for the love of God, can we stop pretending wrestling is not gay? Come on out of the closet, wrestling. You're here, you're queer. We're used to it already. It's 2020, goddammit.